All right, well, had a pretty long weekend. Got a lot done. I got the pump back in. Went ahead and put the Eva foam on. Wasn't too bad. Took a long time, just to measure and cut and stick and heating and everything. It's been in the 30s and 40s. But got the bills bung in. And let's see. Steering's back together. I just got the plexiglass for the window, but I don't know, not enough time in the day. So we got the Eva phone down below. Of course, everything's buttoned up under here except for the bilge pump line, and got to put the air box back in. So other than that, fuel tanks are back in. Went ahead and emptied them because the gas was kind of old. Just threw it in my truck. Did run the vent line up into that corner. So I did is drilled that and threaded it and screwed a pipe into it. And that pretty much goes up underneath this. And this isn't under here isn't welded and sealed, so this can actually draw air. I think it's a pretty good place because it is welded down to here, but I blew air through it, and I may drill a hole down here at the bottom just to keep water from building up in there. Probably just drill a hole right there. That's something I can just clean out once in a while. But anyway, on that fuel system, it's not it doesn't vent out. It's a pressurized tank system. So basically the tank builds pressure, has no place to go. And that's by design. That's the way the jet skis are. This is a check valve here. So I got my crossover tube for venting here going over to the other tank. And then essentially this goes up to here, which is a moisture trap as it draws air in. And it's got a cap on it to drain it once in a while if you need to, which is good. Then it goes out of that up to that bung there. So that's all threaded in tight. It's not going anywhere. But yeah, basically I got the bilge pump set up going. There's a breaker on the panel on the dash, but I went ahead and added this fuse. So those will be connected to positive and negative. And let's see. Other than that, it's pretty much the way it was before. So got the water box bracket made, so that's secured. You can see the bilge bung is over there in the corner. So I still got to run a tube from there down. Just wait till the silicone dries. But get the water box on. Basically, that's about it. Put the battery back in. And we're about ready to run. So I'm not sure what to do about this. I thought about just sanding it down to where it's a little bit smooth. I got some pretty heavy scratches on that, but at the moment I really don't care. I know a lot of guys put vinyl on there. Maybe I'll consider that. I hadn't really thought about it. Not sure how that all works. I have to look into it. So basically what's left is to heat and bend that, cut, heat and bend that plexiglass and bolt it onto the windshields. Put the hinge on in the middle. Got a stainless steel hinge for that. And I've been researching clamps or latches for the window. So I need to be able to latch it here. So I've got a 1-inch piece of metal. Have to figure out some way to latch that. So it's not too big a deal, but got to do something. Just wasn't finding anything. It was obviously good for this. So I was thinking about just building a hook type thing with a shaft coming out, and when it closes, just have it spring loaded latch on. which I'm going to put a rubber seal here, or a piece of molding like I did on the hood. So this will hit, and it can be squished in a little bit when it latches. That way it's secure and won't rattle. And I still got a cap off the top of the windshield here. But I was kind of thinking about that. I'm like, well, I want to have a cover built for it, and I want to make sure whatever I do on the top there, that it's. I may want to put something down the center of it when I'm storing it for the cover to lift over everything. So I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. Obviously, it'll fill with water if I left it outside, but not too big a concern right now. But anyway, that's where it's at. I'm basically once the windshield's in, I put the seat back in, finish up the little details, and get ready to run the South Umpqua and get some ideas on where to put in and start running the river this spring. While the water's up, south, north, whatever, but probably going to start on the south. Just go out and get a feel for it and figure out how it handles. And I did get a little extra steering out of it from before by adjusting the steering linkage underneath behind the dash. I wasn't quite getting full steering, so I got a little bit more left and right. But anyway, it's looking pretty good. It's starting to feel good, just getting it all tied up. So fairly happy with it. I also went ahead and welded these on the tow hooks or tow loops. So I was kind of hoping to be able to pull a tube or something. I'm just curious to see if it will. We definitely got kids we can take out and zip around. I might even take it up to a lake at some point. And, even if it pulls it back into the boat around, it's like, well, if you got enough room, it's not really a big deal. But anyway, that's it for now.